Looks like a home and
Good
garden.
afternoon and welcome. I want to call to order the June 9th City of New Ulm Park and Rec Commission meeting to order. First item 2.1, all commissioners and staff, please want to state your name and whatnot for the address.
Jeff Golden.
Bev Lunenburg.
Dave Christian, acting chair.
Jim Jensen, Commissioner.
Cheryl Corman, staff.
Joey Shugel, staff.
All right, item 3.1, looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
And Council Christian and Commissioners, one thing to point out with the agenda, if you scroll down and see after 8.2, staff report should be listed as 8.3.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4.1. Item 4.1, looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the April 14th meeting.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 5.1, Mr. Shugel will give us a city council meeting recap.
Yes, Councilor Christian, Commissioners, at the May 20th regular City Council meeting, the council did approve the North Park Scoreboard advertising agreement with New Ulm Junior Baseball Association. Also at that meeting, the Herman Fest 2025 requests from the Herman Monument Society were approved, and then the donations at that meeting also were approved. At the regular June 3rd meeting, the council approved a cannon shoot for the Music in the Park event at Riverside Park. That'll take place on July 16th, and that request was made by the American Legion Post 132.
Okay, I'll look for a motion to receive and order it filed.
Motion to approve. I'd second that.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, item 6, on to old business, Park and Recreation Comprehensive Master Plan update.
Councilor Christian, Commissioners, the master plan process continues to move forward. A couple updates, big updates, as the survey questions have been revised that were in our packet last month and updated and are ready for distribution. So you will see those on the City of New Ulm website, and then there will be multiple blast options, both from our department. We'll be blasting them out with emails and social media. You'll also see signs throughout our system with QR codes on and at other buildings. And there's two different survey options that we'd really like people to engage people in. One is your standard questions, kind of ranking some of the amenities and what's there and being able to give feedback. But there's also an interactive map that allows anyone who clicks on that link to go and place a point throughout New Ulm in our park system and give some feedback about that. So if you had a opinion about Herman Heights Park, you could put that right on the map, and then what that kind of shows is where the feedback's coming from the community in there. So we're excited about that option as well. So those are two things to look out for here as we publicize a lot more here in the coming weeks. And that survey will be open for a few months probably, so a good amount of time to get people's feedback on that. Additionally, the stakeholder engagement process is being planned for July, so if this commission will be briefed on some of that and be able to participate, but also some of our user groups, associations, stakeholders that we partner a lot with will have in-person meetings available too, so they can give feedback on how they use our system and what they see leading into the future and how their input can be taken as part of this plan as well. And then a lot of recreation programming information was given from our department, both our history on what we've been offering and how that's going to be incorporated into the latest trends in recreation programming and be part of this plan as well. Any questions on that process?
All right, thank you. I'm looking for a motion to receive and order filed.
I'll make a motion. So I'll second the motion.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. On to new business, 7.1, Washington Park Playground replacement.
Yes, Counselor Christian, Commissioners, this is a request to approve a plan for replacement of the 5 to 12 playground at Washington Park. I'm going to give a brief overview and then I'll go through some pictures that are in your packet to kind of show what's going on there. So Washington Park Playground is our oldest playground in the system, was installed in September of 1999. That playground is heavily used with its close proximity to New Ulm Area Catholic Schools, the high neighborhood use, and then as well as some of the park features that bring a lot of more people into that neighborhood park, being the ball field and the wading pool really drive a lot of people there during the summer months. Staff has been putting together a replacement schedule with playgrounds. A lot of our playgrounds are a number of years old and a lot of them have been put in near the same amount of time. So staff has been strategizing on how to replace those and stagger some replacements over the years so we're not hit with multiple playgrounds year after year after year to replace. So in 2024, a playground sinking fund was established as a way to sustainably put some funds away to be able to do some of these playground replacements over the coming years. And then continue to contribute to that sinking fund year after year after year to build up. So part of our strategy as well is to look at ways to actually minimize but also enhance play features. So as I'm going to go through some pictures in a little bit about looking at that container at Washington Park. We have a large playground container there. So with this proposal, we're looking to actually reduce that container down in size. So what that will do is reduce some maintenance and material costs. So year after year, we have costs with these playgrounds. And we add material in, so reducing that playground, but also enhancing what's there. Will still be able to provide a great play experience and meet the needs of that park. So staff solicited multiple playground vendors as part of this process. Flagship Recreation provided the best options for uniqueness to our system, inclusiveness and design that met budget requirements. And so what we did then as well is with Flagship Recreation provided us 3 different playground concepts, and we were able to go to New Ulm Area Catholic Schools since they use Washington Park a lot and engage different classrooms on what they liked out of the 3 concepts, and we would be recommending to put in one of the concepts that they thought that the kids enjoyed the most. Cost would be $178,815.17. That includes both the purchase of the equipment and the installation. And this would be purchased off the state contract, which ensures for competitive pricing. So with that overview, I do want to go through some of these pictures here. So this is our current 5 to 12 play feature at Washington Park. And if you'll see here, we have a slide that's off. That once playgrounds get to this point in their life, it's really hard to get usable parts again. So that there is just showing that slide was off at the beginning of last year. We weren't able to replace that at the moment, and we were also looking to on their schedule to replace this whole unit as well. This picture shows this next picture shows part of what the container that I'm talking about. So as I talk about the container, I'm talking about the wood chip area. You see that large space opened up. So we're kind of looking to kind of reduce some of that open space and get more of the play features in closer proximity, still meeting those fall zones per requirements of playgrounds. Here's another view of that picture. Again, you see a large container. You see a lot of pieces that are at the end of their life cycle. And I wanted to highlight this picture here. So this smaller playground here was a donation, and this is a newer piece. It's still by newer, I think roughly 15 years old, and this would stay. So this would stay until we're at the end of that usable life, and then we would look to remove that and then just keep the play feature, the concept that you'll see here shortly. So here's one of the views, but I have some better pictures coming up. All right, I'm going to reduce this. So this shows. All right, so this is the outline of the proposed shrinking down of the container. You can kind of see in this area, the container this would all be taken out and returned to natural turf. Here's that playground that will stay, but eventually when this has to be removed, this is basically our container space. So a pretty large reduction in what we have there. And then here's the concepts of our different play features. And anytime we look to replace a playground in our system, we're looking for some unique pieces that we don't currently have in any of our parks. And you'll see some of those things in these concepts.
Is that still considered are you guys going to be using that foam on the floors, or is it still going to be basically wood chips?
Manufactured wood chips is what this would be. And that's what it currently is. And that's what, we have 2 playgrounds that have that rubber molded poured in place surfacing. The rest of our playgrounds are these natural wood, manufactured wood chips that are ADA accessible and meet the fall zone requirements as well. So a lot of different features. There are some inclusive pieces in this system as well. So any questions on that overview or any of those pictures?
And the old playground equipment just gets basically junked out? Do you guys save any of it, or any you trade it in, or anything else, or just?
You know, we're not really able to. And once removal with the process, normally what we see is damaged items, since it's tough to get them out without damaging them as well.
All right, if nobody has any further questions, I'm looking for a motion to recommend council to install the playground replacement at Washington Park.
I'll offer that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to 7.2, Lincoln Park tot lot replacement.
Thank you, Councilor Christian. Commissioners, so this item is to approve a plan to relocate and replace the 2 to 5 playground at Lincoln Park. So Lincoln Park sees high use from children ages 2 to 5 due to the wading pool there. The ages appropriate for our wading pool are 0 to 8. So right outside of the wading pool, we have a tot lot area designed for children 2 to 5. And it's a container on its own. So that younger play area has been identified by staff as an opportunity to both reduce, as we talked about with Washington Park, but also enhance the play features in our park system, again, with the goal of lowering our maintenance costs and yearly expenses with adding material. Staff has recommended the removal of the aged and outdated play features in these pieces, and again, I'll have some pictures here with this one, and then moving and relocating some of the usable pieces to the large playground area as well. And then that area would be repurposed where the tot lot is to a natural turf area within Lincoln Park. So the removal of the younger age play container, or the ordering of the new play feature with Washington Park Playground would save us money with the shipping costs as well. And then being able to, again, purchase that on the state contract. The cost of that feature that you'll see in a second is $29,375.21. Again, funding would be available using the playground sinking fund. And I'll scroll through some pictures here as well. So this you'll see is our first picture of the tot lot area, which is just standalone pieces within Lincoln Park. There's another angle. And a couple of these pieces, this spinner, this swing item are usable pieces still, so they would get relocated, assuming not damaged with the relocation. Here's where you can kind of see it in relation to the wading pool and the pickleball courts. And then in relation to where across the sidewalk is then the larger container with the large 5 to 12 playground, which is right here. So this picture shows an area of where this container would be slightly expanded to be able to house the new play feature. In discussion here. So this slide is showing that added space right here. Our goal is we might have to move a tree within the park, but we'd have space to adequately move that around where that's added. And here's that play feature that would be added. So a multiple use item. Again, this is for young kids ages 2 to 5 that we see a lot of use at Lincoln Park. Any questions on this item?
Looks like a fun place for the kids, for sure.
All right, being there's no questions, I'm looking for a motion to recommend council with the installation of the tot lot replacement in Lincoln Park.
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to 7.3, Park and Rec donations.
Counselor Christian, Commissioners, 2 donations this month. The first one from Jan Jacobs honoring Marlene Marty in the amount of $42.98 for planting in the German Park Garden. Item 2 is for North Park dugout and scoreboard improvements from New Ulm Junior Baseball in the amount of $22,000. So that total would be $22,042.98.
All right, I need a motion and a second to accept the donations.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to item 8.1, to receive on our file the commissioners' reports.
Nothing.
Okay, just a simple motion to receive and order filed.
We can skip that motion with no commissioner reports.
All right, since we don't have any. Department activity report.
Counselor Christian, Commissioners, a few items to highlight. A few of our seasonal features are up and running, or all of them are up and running. But in May, the German Park Fountain was turned on. North Park Splash Pad opened for the season, as did Herman Monument. Additional maintenance items, we did install flagpole lighting on the poles at Veterans Square and German Park. Johnson and Miller ballparks have been very busy. They were very busy in May with 13 games each. They saw the 2 AAA Minnesota State High School League playoffs as part of that. And programming staff had a lot of planning as they get ready for a busy summer season here starting in June. Any questions on the activity report?
Okay, I need a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.3, staff report.
Yes, thank you, Counselor Christian and Commissioners. A few items again here. So talked about summer staff. So summer seasonal staff onboarding has been going. Programming starting this week with the later out date of school getting out for the public schools. Programming start this week and next week really, and then stagger throughout the summer. So we have a good number of staff starting for that. Our summer seasonal maintenance staff as well has been busy at it. We've had about half of them. This week we've started with all of our seasonal maintenance staff to be able to assist us in the parks and different variety of duties that come with our operations. The outdoor concerts in the park began on June 5th, so that was the Concord Singers leading us off at German Park. Reminder, those are Thursday nights. We have a summer with some different bands than have been here before. So we were excited for the summer down at German Park. Check that out. Again, we appreciate KNUJ helping sponsor that program. And also a grant from Prairie Lakes Regional Arts Council that helps us put that event on for the community. And that concludes my staff report.
All right, motion to accept.
So moved.
Okay, I got a motion to accept and order and file the Park and Rec Department staff report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to 9-1, the date of the next meeting will be July 14th, 2025, 4 PM, City Hall Council Chambers. Okay, with there being no further business, I'll declare this meeting adjourned.